Hi everybody, and welcome back to Happening. So today I thought I'd speak about immigration. Now, it's not something I normally speak about on this channel. I'm going to speak about it. I normally speak about it on a friend of mine's channel, which is Borderlines. But as I've been doing a lot of work on the newspaper today, I thought I'd just have a look at how many people across the channel, because I'm aware how much anger there is. Okay, it's something I've done a couple of stories for the newspaper. Okay, and I've spoken to an awful lot of people in the Gosport and Fareham areas, as well as in Southampton and Portsmouth. Okay, so I understand there's a lot of anger and a lot of frustration. So I thought, right, let's go and have a look at the stats for the last 7 days. So for anybody that doesn't know, because a lot of people often ask me, where do you get your information from? No, I get my information from the same place that every single politician gets it from, every single broadcaster, every single YouTuber, all of them get it from the same source, which is the Home Office. Okay, so some may manipulate the figures a little bit, okay, for whatever their views are, okay, but there's no arguing with the figures. The figures are the figures, okay, and whether you're watching Talk TV, the BBC, ITV, or whatever news channel or newspaper you read, the figures are still the same. Okay, so for the last 7 days, from the 17th of May until the 23rd of May, okay, for this week, 918 people have crossed the English Channel. Okay. Now, on Borderlines, about a month to 2 months ago, I did a poll. Okay, and on that poll, I said, from an ideal point of view, how many people on a monthly basis would you be willing to accept coming over to apply for asylum? And this is what I put as the answers: 0, 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, or unlimited. Now, it was a 50-50 split between 0 and 1,000. Okay, now 0's unrealistic. It is, because of the system we have, and if you are a legitimate asylum seeker, you've got to come in illegally. There's no legal manner. And for those people that go on to GB News and say, oh yeah, you can do it legally, you can't. You've got to go to a British territory. Okay, that's the only legal way to apply for asylum to the UK. I personally think that there should be legal manners that people can do it. It's not like, for instance, with Ukraine. They got that set up so it could be legally done. And this is the thing. When you look at the figures, so it's 918 people, and I'll break it down for you. Okay, 20th of May, 49 came in, 1 boat. 21st of May, 825, 13 boats. 23rd of May, 44 came in, 1 boat. That's 918 people. Okay. Now, the reality is, how much does that cost the British taxpayer in hotels? Now, a lot of people will put it about saying, oh, they're all in 4 and 5 star hotels. They're not all in 4 and 5 star hotels. Some of them may only be in like 2 star or even 3 star hotels. Okay. Now, across the UK, so about 2 weeks ago, there was an independent review on how much immigration is going to cost us over a 10-year period. And one of the things they worked out, so yeah, there was an independent review done for how much it's costing us over a 10-year period up until, I think it's 2029. And I believe it's by the ONS, or the Office for National Statistics. And they worked, apart from working out that the cost is going to go up massively, Okay, they also announced how much we're actually spending on hotels. Okay, so across the UK, okay, and this is the whole of the United Kingdom, including England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, the average cost for one asylum seeker, okay, is £140 a night. I can only wish I spent 140 quid on a hotel. You know, if my wife found out I spent 140 quid on a hotel, she'd be wondering what I'm after. She'd be thinking, well, I've either cheated on her, or I'm going to try and sweet talk her and maybe talking to her about having another child, which ain't happening. Forget it. Joanne, if you're watching, you are not having another child. You've got enough. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is take a look for how many have come in this week, over the last 7 days, how much it's going to cost per night. Okay, and you would not believe it. And remember, we've only had 918. Okay, that's it. You know, so for them 918 people, that's £128,520. Okay, and to give you an idea, that's £899,640 for 7 days for what's coming this week. And to make it even worse, okay, the average asylum claim takes 9 months. Believe it or not, it takes 9 months to actually go through. Okay, so I'm just working it out whilst I'm talking to you. That's like £32 million. You know, the amount of money that's being, well, it's not. 32, it comes up 32,000. You know, so the amount of money that's being spent on hotels is absolutely ridiculous. And that's why I know people are going to shout and scream at me. Why I actually argue that the landlords might actually be a better answer, because it brings down the overall cost down quite considerably. I think it's by about a third, because of the amount of people you're going to get into one property. But then the fundamental problem is you're going to increase, at the end of the day, you're going to increase how much rents are going to be, because there's going to be less of them, which causes a massive problem, and there's going to be a lack of housing. You know, short of the government going down a really tough decision, basically saying, right, that's it. And you go down the Australian route of saying, right, you come in illegally, we're going to deport you straight away, you're going to be rejected. If you do it the proper way, which there isn't a proper way, then we're reasonably take a look at it. The other problem that I see is, if you apply for a visa to this country, it takes 3 months. You apply for asylum, it's 9 months, and the system has to be sped up. And the only way that can be sped up is by political decisions. So what I want you to tell me is what you personally think. So let us know in the comments down below. Obviously, if you're new to the channel as well, please do subscribe as well. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you again a bit later.